Coach, thank you for joining us on the call today. If you would take a minute to tie up the win against SMU, maybe a word or two about Michael Easton, the American Special Teams Player of the Week, and then what you expect to see as you head over to Tampa to face USF on Friday, please.
I thought we played a very solid game offensively, defensively, and special teams. And, we made plays when we had to make them and got some turnovers, which I think caused the lopsided score in the first quarter there. But overall, I had a chance to play a bunch of kids, which is great this time of year. And, as far as the locker room is concerned, morale is concerned. So, Mike Easton got the special teams player of the week, got a nice 6-yard touchdown run. And, I was happy for him. He's been a special teams guy for us and for 4 years now in all the different special teams. And as I said to him after the run, I said, you've been waiting a long time for that. And he's a little smile on his face, and yes, I was. But he did a great job, missed about 3 tackles, missed on him, and took it to the house. So it was very good. And, the team was very excited for him because he's well-liked by his fellow teammates, and it's excited that someone like him got a chance to do something like that.
Take questions for Coach O'Leary, please. *1 on your telephone to join the queue. The operator will introduce you.
We'll take our first question from Dan Tortora with Dan Tortora Broadcast Media.
Hi, Coach. How you doing today?
Doing fine, Dan.
As far as this season for Central Florida, obviously you've been there for over a decade and have known the type of team that you want to put together, and we've talked about that before and what you're really looking to do to advance this team. How do you feel this year has responded to you as a head coach and how this team has really been able to assemble some of those positive moments for you?
Well, I think we've had our good moments and our bad moments. I think that we're still young at a couple of positions that really could have put us over the top there. But overall, I thought the team plays with great effort and, takes coaching and understands what accountability and responsibility are. And that's all you can ask of the kids. You obviously like to have some plays back, but that's not the way the game works. And I think you got to move on. And this team does that very well. They're very resilient. I think players are all resilient, but I think they move on and they basically take the leadership or the followership of the coaches and how they act with things as far as what's going on. We have a one rule: you can deal with the prior game for a day. That's it. Then move on to the next game, and that's what we do.
When you look at your growth as a head coach and obviously still doing it and still loving what you're building in Central Florida, what have you been able to take away from this year personally for yourself that maybe you didn't have before? Is there anything that really stuck out to you so far at this point that you've been able to learn about this team or about yourself as a head coach as it's kind of an ever-changing process?
Well, I think each year you deal with kids. I think there's more and more reset kids coming into programs where they do so much with video games. And, as I told the group, that you all play Madden. What happens when you're getting beat pretty good? You just push reset. Well, that's not the way football is, and that's the way a lot of these kids today are. It's all reset. Everybody gets a ribbon for running. No one brings a stopwatch anymore to a race. And I think right now it's everybody wants to feel good, but as I tell them, practice is hard, games are fun, and the only thing fun about games is when you win and stuff, and that's where all your energy should go. But you got to get them out of that reset mode where they just think you can start over. You got to finish what you start and then start over again and learn the lesson when you finish things as far as how to do things better. So we're constantly preaching that to them, and I think probably this year I've had to do that more than any other year I've been here.
Thanks. I appreciate it, George.
Okay.
Our next question comes from Christopher Heidel with Herb FM Radio in Baltimore, Maryland.
Hey, Coach O'Leary, talk about this game against South Florida. What does it mean for you guys playing against them in the Central Florida area? Because I know it's not like Florida State-Florida game or the Miami-Florida State game. What does it mean for you guys playing against them?
Well, I think anytime you're that close as far as travel distance, 60, 70 miles, I think there's a lot of friendships with the fellow players on different teammates they've had in high school, and it's a big conference game. That's what it means to me as far as, it's a big conference game. I was involved with Georgia Tech. That it wasn't a conference game, but it was a big non-conference game. This one's a conference game, and there's a lot of implications with it. And I think that basically, South Florida is going to give us what they have, and we'll give them what we have. But I think at the same time you play a game like that, it brings a little more energy into the game, and I think that's great for college football.
And what do you see on film against South Florida that might give you a problem Friday afternoon at 12?
Everything. But I think they're very, defensively, I think they're very stout. I've been very impressed with their front seven and controlling the line of scrimmage, and they gave us trouble last year with that, too. I think they've done a good job there, and I think they're playing some younger kids in different positions that are getting better and better each game, and offensively they have talent there, and again, I think they do what you need to do. They run the ball extremely well, and they basically do things that can put a lot of pressure on your defense. So, again, we're practicing hard, getting ready for a whale of a ball game over there, and I think it will be.
Well, I wish you guys all a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks. Same to yourself.
Coach, we thank you for your time today. We look forward to talking to you one last time next Monday.
All right. Thank you very much.